In this video, I'm going to be taking the Myers-Briggs personality test because I don't know who I am anymore. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Anyone who knows me probably knows the answer to this question. We're gonna do a strong disagree on that one. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. I would say I do. The thing is, I think my idea of what unrealistic is not really the same as a lot of other people. We're gonna go ahead and do a strong agree on that one. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. Agree. Okay, that is a strong agree. I never plan my trips out. I just pull up to the spot and I just go with the flow. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Agree. I still replay conversations from years ago. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. That's an interesting one because I feel like I try to do both. It depends on the problem that they have and the emotion that they're expressing. So we're just gonna go with the middle one there. People can rarely upset you. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. I'm not gonna go with a strong disagree. I feel like I have good control over my emotions, but I'm not perfect. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. It depends on the person. It really depends on the person for me, but generally speaking, I would prefer not to start the conversation, so disagree. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Absolutely agree 100% on that one. I'm a little bit hard on myself and I try to get back on track as soon as I possibly can. You rarely worry if you make a good impression on someone you met. Honestly, yeah, I agree. I really don't care most of the time. I really don't care if people really like me, but sometimes I do because like I said, I am a YouTuber and it is my job to make a good impression on people, but I understand that you can't make a good impression on everyone, so at this point, I'm kind of just being myself. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a strong agree. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. I feel like I would get bored, but I could definitely spend a whole weekend by myself and enjoy it for the most part. So we're definitely gonna agree on that one. You are more of a detail-oriented than a big picture person. I feel like I'm a good balance of both, so we'll just keep that in the middle. You're very affectionate with people you care about. It depends. It really depends because, for example, with my girlfriend, I'm very affectionate towards her. But say with my dad, I'm not very affectionate with my dad. Because they're two different relationships, even though I care about both of them. We're gonna do a slight agree. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. I'm not so sure about that. I feel like I kind of like to go with the flow. I'm gonna go neutral on this one. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Absolutely. Okay, I still think about things that I did in my childhood. At parties and similar events, okay, right there, I don't go to parties. So I can already tell whatever this question is, it's gonna be a strong disagree. But at parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's a strong agree. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. I'm gonna go ahead and disagree on that one. Even though I can be logical and pragmatic at times, I am an emotional person at the end of the day. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. I think I work best under pressure sometimes, so we're gonna go ahead and agree on that one. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and strongly disagree on that one. I hate jumping into conversations with people that I don't know. Usually if you bring me around a group of people that I don't know, I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna just sit there and listen or daydream. People might think I'm rude for that. I promise you I don't care. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. I really genuinely don't feel like you should have to step on others to get ahead in life. And not only that, but I feel like what goes around comes around. I'm gonna strongly disagree on that one. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. I slightly agree with that one. I hold myself to a standard that I don't hold anyone else to, which can be a good thing and also a bad thing. For example, doubting myself and my abilities over little minuscule errors. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. We're gonna go ahead and disagree on that one. I like philosophical discussions, which is why I basically centered my channel around those types of discussions. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. I'm gonna go ahead and disagree on that one. I have cried in front of others, just depending on the context. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. I would slightly agree with that one. Actually, no, I'm gonna go ahead and agree on that one. I do like to talk about those types of things, but I only like to talk about those types of things with open-minded people. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen listen to your heart rather than your head. We are going to strongly agree on that one, okay? I have made some decisions that made absolutely no sense, whether it was dropping out of college with no backup plan or quitting my job to go full-time on YouTube well before I was monetized on YouTube. I've always tried to make decisions with my heart. I've always tried to do what feels right as opposed to what makes sense. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. I feel like with me doing YouTube, I kind of have dedicated my life to doing that. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. I don't really believe in getting revenge. I feel like revenge doesn't really solve anything. You often make decisions on a whim. I think for me, it depends on the decision. Ironically, I feel like the small decisions usually take me longer. Like, I will spend more time thinking about what socks I want to wear than if I want to travel across the country or not. I would definitely say I agree with this. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or a movie. I feel like in the past that wasn't true, but now it definitely is, especially as a content creator. I'm looking for meaning in almost everything. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. As much as I like to try to stay in the moment, I do spend a lot of time in my head. I spend a lot of my time visualizing and just thinking about where I want to be in the future. So we're going to disagree with that one. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. We are going to strongly disagree with that one. I feel like I can definitely empathize with people, especially people who are willing to be vulnerable and show their emotions. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions upfront as possible. I am going to disagree with that one. When I edit my videos, I usually don't have much of a vision behind them. I just kind of go with the flow and keep working on them until I'm satisfied with them. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. They're starting to hit me with some deep questions now. That right there is kind of invasive. I'm probably gonna slightly agree. That is kind of a pessimistic mindset to have, but you know, I definitely have a little bit of that in me. You look after yourself first and others come in second. If I'm not looking after myself, at a certain point, I will have nothing more to give to other people. So I have become better about, you know, looking after myself. At the same time, I do try to do it for other people. So we're gonna go ahead and stay neutral on that one. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. That depends. If it's something that I need to do, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that one. I'm not even supposed to be filming this video right now. I told myself that I wasn't gonna film anything today, and here I am. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Definitely the older I've gotten and the more I've expanded into spirituality, I've started to ask those questions more and more and more, and I'm sure that that reflects itself in my content. So we are going to go ahead and strongly agree with that one. You have detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. I mean, I know I want to be a YouTuber, but it's definitely not a detailed plan. I don't know what type of videos I'm gonna be making even a year from now, much less several years from now. We're gonna stay neutral on that one. You find it easy to empathize with people who have gone through something you never have. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that one. You know, I feel like as I've learned more about myself and my own emotions, I've become more empathetic because in knowing emotions, that transcends understanding situations. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. Wow, they are really coming for my throat with this one. Strongly agree. Your emotions control you more than you control them. That's kind of tough. Like I said, I am a pretty emotional person, but I like to think I have a pretty firm grasp on my emotions, and you know, I can kind of be pragmatic when I need to be. So I guess, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that one. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart. I feel like when it comes to short-term commitments, I'll usually stay true to them. But when it comes to long-term commitments, I feel like I've kind of learned to prioritize my intuition. I would definitely say I slightly disagree with that one. And your gender, male, okay. See results. My personality type is INFP. Wow, okay, that's interesting. So I'm a mediator. Many mediators are curious about the depths of human nature, and they often make an effort to understand other people's true feelings. This can make them capable of great empathy. It can also enable them to communicate in ways that are sensitive, original, and quite moving. Go figure.